I don't have that information.
Oh, sorry. Can you elaborate on how you got
What's
there?
up, y'all?
The path
Built by Rob. We live. We on the bench today. We got something on the bench
Same thing. This just
from the
happened
last
this morning.
bash.
Working, backtracking his,
You know, we gonna get it
steps from
together.
New York to Pennsylvania.
I got my Kraton success on the bench, EXB, and so make a quick live about what I like to upgrade on my Kratons, especially on this scale. I got a lot of 6S parts laying around because you know I like to run a limitless and speedrun cars, and the parts are universal. Let me turn this TV off because I was watching this investigation about this CEO killing in New York. Now I don't know if y'all know about that. Drop in the chat if y'all been following the news. Apparently they just caught this guy, so I'm just catching up on my news. But I'm gonna turn this TV off so we can talk more RC. All right. So let's get some people in the room, man. Let's get some likes. Let's get some likes up, and I'm gonna start telling y'all, you know, what I like to upgrade on these 6S cars. I know a lot of versions are out, all the way from the first version, the Kraton, the V1, V2, wherever they started at, all the way up. What was it, the 6th version? A lot of stuff works. A lot of stuff, a lot of the upgrades I like, but a lot of stuff you could really just do without. And some of the stuff that I would like them to upgrade on these vehicles. Two main things I'm going to talk about here. They should upgrade. Well, actually, just really, really one big thing. That's a big deal with these cars that I believe they really should upgrade. But yeah, we're going to start the conversation soon. Let's wait till this room fill up. Get some more people in here. How many of y'all watched the videos from this weekend? The fellas out bashing at Elizabeth Park, catching some major air, doing some major damage to this rig. As you can see already, this chassis brace is smiling at me. It's got a little bend in it, but not too much. You're going right back in there for another weekend of bashing as soon as I get it you know, up and going. I got these J Concepts, y'all, for the 6S. You know I like to run them on the 8S. On the 8S Outcast I got right here on the floor. Big boys right there. Something wrong with this thing too. I gotta get this thing fixed up. But that'll be a project for later on in the week. But yeah. Cameraman, somebody spamming Billy in my comments. I don't know what the hell that means. But yeah. J Concepts, 6S versions. They're mad cool. I like them for this rig. I thought they might have been a little bit too heavy. I was worried about that, but they seem to be okay. They seem to work pretty good. As you can see, I got the partially taken apart. I got that bulkhead out. I'm going to replace that with an aluminum one because I don't have the new version. So I'm going to put a hot racing bulkhead that I had laying around. Hot racing one works just as good. And it has the bigger bearing in the back. You know, more sturdy. Pretty sturdy case. But yeah. Let's get them likes up and we'll start talking about this build right here. Well, actually, it's not a build. It's, like I said, a secondhand Kraton I got off Kike. Shout out to Kike. And I've been building it up, a little project, you know. It's good to buy them ready to run and, you know, have them ready to go straight out the box. But sometimes it's cool to just, you know, build it the way you want. That's what I like to do. So I like to take a little car like this, a little roller, and make a little project out of it. And make exactly how I like, you know. But yeah, put in comments what kind of RCs y'all like to run, what size, scale, medium, 5th scale, all the way. But recently I've been having some fun with the 1/8 scale, so it's been fun. It's been cool. It's definitely been cool, for sure. All right. But yeah, jump in here, jump in the super chat. We'll get going. Any questions about the Kraton 6S? it's a good time to ask if you're in this chat. That's what I like to do sometimes. Just go live, do some Q&A, talk to my subscribers, talk to my followers, and just, you know, pick my brain about bashing, anything. So a lot of people ask me about, doing the backflips and catching the big air, and how do you, how do you hone those skills in? It just takes practice, man. It's just practice. You just gotta get out there, run your vehicles, run your RCs, get a feel of it, and don't be afraid to break it. That's another thing too. You can't be afraid to break your RCs. If you're gonna be in this hobby and you want to bash hard and you want to go hard, before you do anything, learn how to wrench on your RCs. When I got back into the RC game, I had a learning curve, big learning curve. I was going to the RC shop 2 or 3 times a day because I was breaking my rigs, and I just got frustrated with it. So I went to RC University, aka YouTube University, and I learned everything about these rigs. All the rigs that I had, I learned about it. If I broke something that day, I put in YouTube how to fix a certain thing, and I follow step by step. Yes, sir. Wrenching day is key. And I fixed my own vehicle. Started with breaking arms and stripping pinions. Then I started blowing my diffs, and then that's a whole other learning curve in itself. Repairing your differentials. So it's a lot to go. It's a lot that goes into maintaining these vehicles. And the more you run them, the more you break them, the more expensive it is. So just always keep that in mind. Bash on a budget. Like I said, if you want to send these vehicles, you want to bash them hard, it's going to cost you. I don't really think there's any upgrade out there. Shout out to M2C. They have those companies, M2C. But, it's only so much you can do to, make these cars bulletproof. All right, we back. Yes, sir. YouTube University. I swear I went to like maybe not more, about a 1 year YouTube deep dive, and I just learned about everything. I started with my armors. Learned the armors. Learned everything about the 6S platform. I started with doing. I wasn't even bashing at first. I was just doing speed runs with the Kraton 6S in front of the house, trying different systems, different batteries, seeing guys was running. I remember one of my first channels I started watching was Innovation RC. Shout out to Brandon out there in Florida. I actually went out there. I was on a little trip, and I went to his store that he was working at the time, and I met Mr. Brandon Botnick. Shout out to Brandon, Innovation RC. Met him, cool guy. Chopped it up with him. He taught me a couple things. And then you just expand your knowledge from there. So, that's how you get knowledge. You got to learn how to wrench on these cars if you're going to bash them hard. Found out how to wrench on them. Said that saved you some money too. Cuts cost. And then you know how to engineer the cars for what you're doing. If you're going to be sending them hard, you want to get a, M2C beefcake kit and bulletproof your vehicle as much as you can. And even then, still, you're going to break, especially if you take a bad hit. So that's exactly what I did. I didn't even take a really bad hit. I landed and I had this plastic bulkhead in the back, and all the screws just busted out. Especially cold weather days. These things are no good, so that's why I'm throwing a metal diff case in there, and that's going to solve that problem. Arma did a good job putting those stock now on the new vehicles, but like I said, it's the older model, and we're going to go from there. But without further ado, I did this live because if you guys have these Kratons or running the 6S BLX platform, you notice in the front, in these vehicles, they have the CVD, okay? And keeps that end of the dog bone in there. A tough hit, sometimes you might get a dog bone and jump out right here. But pretty much you won't lose your dog bone. For some reason in the rear, they won't do that. So what I do is, if I were you, I would get the CVDs and go right in the rear. All right, put the CVDs in the rear, have them all the way around the vehicle. So on tough hits, you don't lose your dog bones. You see in some of my videos, we was out bashing the other day. Wayne, shout out to Wayne, did a big jump in his car, landed the jump, but the impact, you know, compressed the shocks down and his dog bone jumped out. It's common thing with these 6S models. Dog bones. You have to tune your suspension right, have your shocks up, tune your suspension up real nice to minimize. But if, like I said, if you send them to the moon, like I'm trying to send these cars 30, 40 feet in the air, to be honest. We don't do any mild bashing, so 30, 40 feet, you're gonna have these issues. So just trial and error, you know. Go out there, bash, break it, see what break, learn from the situation, and then improve your vehicle. And every time you'll have a better RC out there, a more durable RC every time you bash. Run these red RPM arms, just simply because they didn't have the black ones in the RC store. But yeah, so upgrade the rear to CVDs, you know, in my opinion. And also, what I'm going to do for my vehicles, for my Kraton, you can do as well, is I'm going to upgrade my differential gearing. All right, I'm pretty sure differential gearing on here is, I'm not too sure. Put me in the comments if you know what the Kraton 6S differential gearing is. But nevertheless, I'm going to replace them with the GP5, the 4215 gearing. I'm going to replace them and put the Limitless gearing inside. Right, I think it's a 15-tooth input gear, and I think that the Kraton is like a 10 or 13. And I'm gonna upgrade it, you know, get some more RPM that way. I'm already running this 2200 kV motor and a pretty banged up Max 6 ESC, but who cares? Whatever. I mean, yeah, upgrade those rear CVDs to the 6S. Do that. All right. And depending on how you bash, get you an M2C kit. The M2C kit will do you real well. Get you a nice chassis for this thing. Nice brace bar. Upgrade all the stuff up, and you'll be pretty much set to go with the 6S. And if you want, like I said, upgrade to the GP5s. That's what I'm going to do. Make this thing really haul ass. Get some speed out of this system on a 6S pack. And I'm going to get this thing up and running in about 3 hours. I ain't going to stay alive for 3 hours because I got some stuff to do off camera, but this is about a 3-hour project, not even. Got to redo the diffs, put it back together, and she'll be ready to go. But yep, that's it. Quick live today, nothing too long. Make sure y'all hit that like, subscribe. If I got a chance, hit me the super chat. It always helps the channel, helps my impressions go up. Like I always say, it's not about the money because YouTube takes a lot of it, but it helps my impressions up and helps me get out there. So hit the buy thanks, super chat, buy a gem, and I'll go from there. And if you got your 6S's, I hope this video helped you out. And get out there and bash, break, and repeat the process. So until next time, Bill Barra, I'm gone.